Welcome, everyone. This is your sneak peek for Created in the Image of God for the June 11th show. I could not be more excited to be here in the studio with Payam Zamani, who has a new book out called Crossing the Desert, The Power of Embracing Life's Difficult Journeys. And his life is full of difficulties in the fact that he was smuggled out of Iran at age 16, but also successes because he took a company public with a very large IPO. That company was called AutoWeb, that he and his brother began with $75 in his pockets. Welcome to the studio, Payam.
Thank you so much, Wade. It's good to be here.
It's wonderful to have you. So your book is coming out, timed with the release of the show on June 11th. What was it like putting down your very personal story on paper for the whole world to see?
It definitely requires some soul searching. There are times that you wonder that, should I be really writing all of these things down? And ultimately, I came to the conclusion that it's got to be authentic. Otherwise, it's not worth writing. So yeah, I've divulged a lot more than I was comfortable at the beginning to do.
Well, that's good, because I think that authenticism comes out and the readers can relate to it for their own lives, even though their circumstances may not have been as dramatic as yours. All of us have had those moments in our life where we can draw inspiration from stories like that. So a big part of that story is your faith, your religion. How does that weave into the story in your book and also your business endeavors?
Yeah, there are a few, I would say, chapters of my life that I share in this book. Growing up in Iran as a Baha'i, no walk in the park, by the way, and then becoming stateless, becoming a refugee, coming to the US as an immigrant, and then becoming an entrepreneur, and now becoming an entrepreneur who wants to influence capitalism and shape it differently. The foundation of all of it has been my spiritual beliefs, and the book talks about that. The book is not a Baha'i book, it's not a religious book, but the book does, in a sense, talk about how my spiritual beliefs have shaped the way that I've been able to deal with struggles in my life.
Well, I can't wait to have you on the show. All kinds of thoughts are going through my head about the connection with my own experiences, and I know we're going to unpack a lot of this in a way that's very fascinating and interesting to the audience. What do you expect will be some of the takeaways that the audience will get from this show?
I mean, I really think it's hope. Is this hope that we all deal with challenges, crises, and victories in life, and knowing that those challenges are going to pass. There is no reason to despair too much, and they're preparing us for great periods of success. And when we are experiencing victories, also not getting too comfortable, because they shall pass. Also, this is a cycle of life. But the question is, how can we use that cycle to basically create a better version of ourselves that we can serve humanity in one way or another through our work?
Well, I know this is just going to be an amazing show. There are so many tie-ins to what we're all experiencing as we look out on the world scene, whether it be ideological struggles between governments, economic systems, personal struggles. And I can tell that you're working through these things and wrestling with them even today as you unite these different aspects of your life. So be there on June 11th at 8 p.m. Central Time for Created in the Image of God with Payam Zamani. This is one show you won't want to miss.